Right. I feel many things, and I feel I have much to say. I've seen Castrovalva before a number of times, and Elizabeth says she's seen it twice. Is this true?
Correct.
Let me move you here so I can just... So, I was just popping in the kitchen after watching it, and I was just trying to think to myself, comparing this to previous first episodes after Regeneration. Okay? So, we've had Power of the Daleks, a story which unequivocally, and obviously that is, the hardest post-Regeneration story of all time ever. A story that shamelessly uses the Daleks to transition into the new Doctor. A perfectly logical and smart thing to do. Then we had Spirit from Space. Now, we had a return to the Brigadier, who'd only appeared in it twice. Oh, God, I love the Brig. But, it has to be said that in terms of what was familiar from before, I seem to recall my take on that was that Pertwee was basically doing Troughton. Pertwee was basically playing Troughton in that. And it was only in the Silurians that his character really came to the fore. Then you had Robot. And in Robot, by that point, the Brigadier and Sarah really well established. What have we got here? Well, we've got a brand new TARDIS team. You can't even really call Adric established at this point. In part because of, I think...
Because there was no room for anybody else in the TARDIS apart from Tom Baker.
Well, we get into that, yeah. I think that's a very salient point. But we've got Tegan and Nyssa, who essentially have had moments. Who, can I just say, I think Tegan and Nyssa as a pairing are very good in this. And the other thing I have to say about that is the fact, again, I was reflecting, whenever have we had two young women in the TARDIS at the same time, in the same way? Can you think of another time, Liv?
Not up to this point.
No, I don't even think beyond this. But I think that works. That really works for me. So we haven't got that continuity there. The Master, a brand new Master. So what have we got? Well, we have a meander around the TARDIS. Now, that's a fine concept. I'll go with that. And Lib said during the watching of it, I like these stories around the TARDIS. And I agree. Conceptually, I think it's a great idea. But they always seem to fall flat for me. Trips around the TARDIS never quite succeed as well as I think they should do. Now, I think this one does it better than most, to be fair. But even then, what we've got is a trip around parts of the TARDIS we've never been to before. The Cloister Bells only appeared for the first time in a previous episode, so even that doesn't hold as being our mark of familiarity. And at the centre of that, we've got a brand new Doctor who is doing the by now, but retrospectively, the established thing of post-regenerative bit of a state. Now, to be fair, Davison does a brilliant job here of doing his little Troughton impersonation, his Hartnell impersonation, a few references to the things that have gone on. And we get those couple of blissful moments where you actually see the Fifth Doctor for the first time. When he gets in his cricketing gear, that works. When he walks into the Zero room and just for a few moments he's like, and here I am. I am the Fifth Doctor now. And that really hangs together for me. But I'll level with you. If I wasn't a fan of this programme, I'm not sure this would make me want to watch.
Makes me want to watch.
Really?
Yeah, because I think the new Doctor's sort of in a bit of a fugue, isn't he? He's
Yeah.
sort of confused, and that's interesting to see, like, which bits of the old Doctors are coming out.
Yeah.
And also seeing how people react to him. Like, Adric was actually almost like a carer.
Yeah.
Sort of like, oh, you poor old demented man.
Yeah.
As if he was seeing Hartnell at that point, or Troughton.
Yeah.
Which is how he was acting. So I think that was quite nice. And then Tegan's obviously used to sort of, being a bit of a, what's the word I'm looking for? Like almost customer services type.
Efficient.
Yeah, she's doing what she can to keep the show on the road, keep the wheels on the bus, sort of thing. And this is just a bit like, pragmatic. And so it's nice to see how everyone reacts to the stressful situation.
You said you weren't sure about Nyssa. How do you feel?
She's a bit blank, isn't she, so far?
I think she's just... I can't like Nyssa. I can't like Nyssa.
Did I say I didn't like her?
No, you didn't say that. So anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that there is something about... and I'm going to go back to what Lib said. Tom's not here. There's no Tom. It is the weirdest change. I can't think, what's rushed into the gap? Nothing's rushed in.
Confusion,
Yeah.
excitement,
Bewilderment, sort of anticipation of what's to come. That's all there. I wish the TARDIS was lit a bit better as well. It's all a bit bright and stark for my liking. It's all very 80s, to be fair. That's what it is, isn't it? That's all very 80s. But there's a period of adjustment here for the viewer, I think. And like I say, I just, if I wasn't a Doctor Who fan, would I carry on watching this programme? Probably. Who's not a Doctor Who fan to this extent? Oh, we're Potter on the TARDIS. This is the TARDIS. Oh, regeneration. Yeah, you've got a bit of slack to play with there, and they're playing with the slack, and that's fine. But there's a mighty big Tom-shaped hole in this.
Is that? I'm not seeing it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm quite glad that he's not there.
Ooh. I tell you what it could do with a bit more Master.
That will come.
That will come.
You're being impatient.
I
that's
am.
what you're being.
I want more. Speaking of more, are we going to watch another episode now?
It's quite late. I'm quite tired. So that's a no.
All right then. Till next time then.